All right, we are live. It has been many
We
moons,
are live.
and my speaker's on, doubling myself. Welcome, everybody. It's been a long time since I've been on here. Had some friends stay over and been a little busy with some things, but here we are. As always, if you're watching the recording, skip 4 minutes ahead or 5 minutes. We're going to wait a little bit for others to join in. So if you are in here, let me know if you can hear me and if you can see me, which should be able to because I can see myself over there. All right, let's move this over. Let's open up Trading View. Ah, Maya, it's been so long. It's been what? A whole 20 minutes? All right, let's let the world know that we're here. For those who are in here, how was your week? Did you make money? Did you have any challenges? How'd it go? Also, as we wait for the class to start in 3 minutes, for those who want me to go over their trades, please have your trades ready. Just because I want to respect everybody's time and their weekend, I just want to change the culture of these classes in the sense of I would prefer us to not wait 3 to 5 minutes in between getting trades reviewed. So, whatever trades you have that you want me to go over, definitely have them ready. That way we can just maximize and respect everybody's time. So we're not just here waiting 5 or 10 minutes for people to share. Because if not, we can just end the class a little early if need be and enjoy our weekends. For those who just came in, as always, before we officially start, gonna need at least 50% participation. We got 7 people in here and 2 likes. So if you haven't already, hit the thumbs up button or hit the like button so the algorithm could be like, hey, people like this content. Let's push it out and share it to the world so more of us can learn and grow together. Let's move my trading view over here. Sweet. All right, that's good to go. And I will move this screen down here. INMD. I haven't seen that ticker in a while. Hey Rex, when you can, let me know what exact time you got in on that trade as well, just so I can look at it on the chart when we get there. All right, let me open up another tab so I can have one screen up instead of four, just a little easier to see when we go over some stuff. All right, let's share my screen. I'm gonna do this screen. Sweet. Welcome, everybody. This is the trade recap session for November 1st, 2024. For those who are new here, essentially the way we have this work is for the first like 5-10 minutes or so, I go over my trades. and I'll show you what I took today and some throughout the week. And then if guys have any questions on my trades from there, we'll go hop over to your trades and I'll give you guys feedback, what you did well, what we can improve on, so on and so forth. As always, don't ever feel embarrassed to share. I have losses. That's perfectly normal. We're human. We're not perfect. We're here to learn and we're here to get better. So, this is a safe environment for you to share your trades. All right. Let me know if you guys can see my screen. You can just give me a quick little yes or thumbs up in the chat. And let's get rid of some of these lines so we're not all looking crazy. Sweet. And is there anybody new here that hasn't participated or been in one of these sessions before? Sweet. Welcome, Dawson. Definitely glad to have you with us. So, as always, I am not a financial advisor, at least not yet anyway. Anything that we go over in this class or any of the other material that I have on my channel or in future classes is not financial advice. This is simply for educational purposes only. And with that being said, let's get into it. Quick shout out to TradeMaker. I'm not sure if you're in here, but if you see this recording, great job on refining your setups and only taking your best setups. And I'll go over that a little later on. But great job, man. Keep it up. So today, I only took 2 trades. I took one trade. Let me actually go to Tesla and get that out of the way first. So usually for options, that I pretty much only trade Tesla for the most part. Sometimes I'll trade other stocks, but very, very rarely. I kind of just like keeping it simple when I'm trading. I don't like to be all over the place. So let me actually bring up the watch list so we can see this together. That way I'm not going back and forth. All right, so I did miss the long level for Tesla this morning. I believe it hit target for those that did get in on it. Yeah, I hit the first target to the long side. So whoever went long today, we had long above 252.81. Let's get that marked out. Yep, so long above this level. And also short below this level. And we get in as soon as the candle breaks. We do not wait for the candle to close or else it'll be too late. So I missed the long setup because I was looking at YM for futures. But when I look back to Tesla, I saw that it still hasn't triggered to the downside. So I had my order waiting to trigger once it broke to the downside. So downside wise, we hit a few targets. Oh, whoops. Downside wise, we hit a few targets. We hit, I think, what, 2 was it? Or, yeah, we hit about, almost hit 3. Yeah, we hit 2 targets. So target 1 was right over here at 248.25, as we can see on the left that I have labeled out in the watch list. So this was target 1. And then this was target 2, pretty much $1 later, which was right over here. So it essentially triggered long near market open for whoever was trading that. Basically, the first candle triggered you in, hit the target, and then reversed. One thing to note, that for those who don't know of me, there's a rule that I have where as soon as the trade becomes a winning trade, meaning it hits the first target, that trade should not go red at all, ever. So if I got into the long, I would have taken profit or trimmed some of my position off at the first target and then moved my stop up to break even. So as soon as it pretty much reversed back down, I would have gotten stopped out at break even for the rest of my position. Remember, never ever let a winning position go red. So I got triggered in to the short side on this candle here around 12:15, around lunchtime, and it hit my target about 15 minutes later, my first target, and then hit the second target about 30 minutes later. So that was a easy little 80% gain on the contracts when it hit target 2. I think it might have went more than 100% depending which contracts you choose. We chose, mine went about 80, 90%, and then I just took it off there. I usually stop trading after 12 noon. So once I saw my alerts go off for hitting my targets, I just took the rest of my position off at target 2 because I'm definitely happy to double my money in less than 30 minutes. And I don't really like staying on the charts after lunchtime. So I just took it off and then went about my day. Now, before I continue to my futures trade, any questions on the Tesla trade that I took? Before we move on? Cool. Something to note as well, these levels that I provide are in the watch list. So if you're in my group, they're in the watch list channel, and in other groups that I support, whichever one you're in, just look for my channel and you'll see my watches and all my levels that I post daily. Cool. So let's move on to YM. So let me actually just bring this up on one chart because it was just on one time frame that I took the setup on. And let's get rid of fibs because we don't need them. So basically the trade that I took today for YM was a 15-minute opening range break, at least a retest of it. So once I was seeing that we were moving up to the upside pretty strongly, I had a limit order sitting at the first 15-minute range once it broke that high. So price came back down and tagged me in around 1 p.m. Eastern time. And from there, it did hit my max target at 100 points and change. However, I only took it off for 50 points, which I was definitely happy about. And the reason why I had a target up here at this level, I think it was a monthly, quarterly. Hold on, there was a level I had here. Oh, on the 5-minute, we can see it. Yeah, so if it would have tagged me in, it would have been near this broadening formation, which also gave me more confluence to the trade. And as we know, for those who trade the strat, the broadening formations, which is support and resistance for strat users, which is what I trade, it lets us know where price wants to head to, right? So the idea here was I'll catch the retracement on the 15-minute opening range. And then if price is going to bounce off this level, the next level that it would want to head to is this level up here, which is about 100, 102 points. So pretty much tagged me in on this candle right here. This next candle and the subsequent ones basically went straight to target. Really, really clean move. Again, I didn't catch the full 100 points. I just took it off at 50. I was happy with that. And I just took my money and enjoyed my early weekend. Would have definitely been nice if I held the rest. But again, we always got to be grateful for what we make. There's always going to be other days. I don't really care about being greedy because, again, I'm not trying to make $1 billion in one day. If I can make extra money that I didn't have earlier, I'm happy with that. So always practice gratefulness if you have not done that. And if you find yourself getting greedy or wanting to trade more and more and more and more, again, the market isn't going anywhere. And if the market does go anywhere, the least of your worries is going to be trading. I'll tell you that. Cool. Any questions on that trade before we continue? Actually, while you guys are typing in questions, if you have any, we have 10 people in here and 4 likes. I'm going to need at least one more like or thumbs up to continue the class. I require 50% participation at least for these free classes that I have for you guys. So if you haven't already, hit the thumbs up button, the little like button. Should be on the bottom right under the video. All right, I got my likes. Let's continue. Also, if you guys haven't already, post your trades in the chat so I can review them. Let's look at your trade, Rex. So you got in. Let me actually bring up Thinkorswim so we can check out the contract at the same time, because I don't have that information here on TradingView, just regular charts. Give me a sec. Let me load this up. For those just coming in, welcome. Hit the thumbs up or like button so we can continue the class. I require at least 50% participation. We got 13 people in here and 5 likes. I'm gonna need at least one more as I get Thinkorswim loaded up. Also, Rex, are you still in that trade or did you get out of it? Was it a loser? Was it a winner? What price did you get at to get out of it, if you did get out of it? All right, we're logging in now. There we go. All right. Let's bring this to the big screen. Why does this keep on snapping back down? That's weird. All right, cool. So you got into INDM. Let's look up the chart. And let's look up the contract that you chose as well. Whoops. INMD. Whoops. INMD. There we go. And you got into the trade about 3 days ago at around 2:16 Eastern time. You got the 18 call expiring this month. So you got this call here. Let's send that to yellow. All right, so we got the contract down here. Let's bring it up on the 30-minute just so we can see a little more data. So far, I'm not liking this contract because it looks like there's no volume on it and the spread is horrendous, but we'll go into more detail in a bit. INDM or MD, whoops. All right, let's check this out. So you got in on the 28th, which was basically over here. Actually, let's look at the 216. Let me go back a few days so we can see the exact moment you got in. Let's go back 4 days. All right, we got the 28th. So Just looking at the contracts, this looks horrendous. There's like no volume. Let's go back here. What's open interest? Open interest is okay. Has 1,000 and change. Oh, I need to add volume. Whoops. There we go. 112 contracts traded today. All right, so it looks like not too much happened that day. There's like no solid candles, really, just like a bunch of just straight ones. So you got in on this day on the 28th. It looks like it even hit a peak. Yeah, you pretty much just caught the top of that trade. It looks like there aren't really any, it looks like there isn't really much in the sense of like people trading these contracts, which is why we see like kind of this like, just like straight wicks with like no really solid bodies. Let's look at the 30-minute. Yeah, you basically caught like the top. What got you into this trade originally? Also, for those that just came in, welcome. Put your trades in the chat so I can review them after I'm done with this one. I'll go over stocks, futures, options, forex. It doesn't matter. Crypto even. Just put it in the chat. When you got in, if you traded options, you know what option you got, when you got in, when you got out, if you did get out, and so on and so forth. Just give me as much details as you can, and so I can better help you. So yeah, Rex, if you're still in here, what got you into the trade, and where is your stop loss? And where were you targeting as well? Hopefully Rex is still in here. If there's nothing in about 2-3 minutes, I'll just move on to the next one. Anybody else, whatever trades you took, put it in the chat and I'll go over it. Looks like Rex may not be here anymore. Hopefully, if you come back, let me know. Also, we got 19 people in here and 6 likes. If you just came into the chat or the class, hit the like button or the thumbs up button. Need at least 9 likes, and we're at 6 before I continue. Sweet. Thank you, guys. Again, put your trades in the chat. If I don't get any trades in the next 2 or 3 minutes, we'll just wrap up the class and go enjoy our weekend. And I would highly recommend you guys take advantage of these classes because I don't think there's somebody else out there. Well, there are other people, but you know, it's not every day that somebody agrees to review your trades and give you feedback. So take advantage. If participation still remains low like this, I'll probably just do it every 2 weeks instead of every week, just so we're not here in silence awkwardly. waiting to do nothing. While I'm waiting another 2-3 minutes, one thing to share with you guys. Oh, whoops. Always make sure to journal your trades and keep track of your results. Today or not today, in October, pretty good month. Only had 8 red days. Win rate was all right. Could be better. The middle of the month was horrible for me. Had 4 red days that week. But the last few weeks have been great. One thing that I learned this month, man, that ice cream guy is going crazy. Can you guys hear it? Anyway, one thing that I put into practice the last 2 weeks is my setups are clearly defined, and it's very, very important that we take our setups exactly as we have them laid out, right? We don't really want to have any leeway or kind of be like, I'll kind of do this or I'll do that. Like, let's say for the TTO model or setup, right? If I have, let's say for the sake of the conversation, 4 pieces of criteria for one of my setups, if one of them is missing, I'm not going to take it. And since I've been doing that the last 2 weeks, I've been green, only 1 red day, but I've been green the last 8 trading days following that. So I challenge you guys to do the same. Whatever your setups are, don't be lazy about it. Take your setups exactly as you have them written out, and you will improve. Because again, if we're going to be doing this forever, we want to be taking them. We want to take the highest probability trades because we don't really want to be losing trades unnecessarily when we don't need to, right? Of course, it's out of our control whether we win or lose. But again, we want to take our best setups and follow the plan exactly as we have it laid out. And that's helped me a lot. So I encourage you guys to do the same. We have some NQ trades. Let me mute my mic as I look this up because this guy's going wild outside. All right, let's see this trade that you took, Isaiah. Let me actually bring it up on the bigger screen so we can see it. Come on, a lot clearer. For those who are just coming in, there's an ice cream truck outside, so we're all going to groove a little bit. How do I journal my trade? I use TraderSync to journal my trades. So I take the trade log or the trade file from my broker. So all these performance files that you see here, these are all my trade logs. And then I just upload it into TraderSync. And then I just take the screenshots of my trades and then put it in there and write my notes. And it fills everything for you. When you got in, when you got out, how much you made, how much you lost. And you can assign setups to it as well. How I have it here, these are my top 3 setups of the month. It itemizes all of the setups that I label on each trade. So if you haven't already, highly recommend. I'll post it in the chat, the one that I use. They give you a 7-day free trial. And after that runs out, they'll give you 50% off if you let it run out without signing up. I'll put it in the chat for you guys. All right, so this looks like this was your trade, Isaiah, that I see here. Let's see. You only took 24 points because you were flying. I remember you were mentioning that, which is still great. I'll accept that. Definitely a great trade. Hold on. Kendall is looking to start journaling into next year. I would start today to journal. Don't wait till next year. Start today. You need to collect as much information and data as you can yesterday. So don't wait until next year. Start today. I have a video on my YouTube channel going over journaling if you're not sure what to journal. So, Isaiah, definitely a solid trade. Looks like that second candle, I believe it was second candle, was when you got out for 24 points and change, which about over here. Or maybe the first one, probably the first candle. But otherwise, definitely was a good trade. You got off right off the shooter right here to the downside. Very nice. It probably would have stopped me out because my stop loss would have been halfway through the shooter, something like this. But nonetheless, still a great trade depending where your stop was. Very, very nice. Risk reward is about 1.5. I'll accept that. Yeah, definitely a good trade. Good stuff. Sling traded Amazon on a TTO on the 15-minute. Ooh, I love TTOs. Let's see. This guy's jamming outside. All right, you got in. Yeah, Isaiah, so you can also, it really depends. Yeah, David, I know it's you. I'm just not sure if you want me to call you by your actual name or the YouTube name, but we'll definitely go with first names. So yeah, David got this TTO on Amazon. You said on the 15-minute? Let's bring up the 15-minute. All right, let's see. Yeah, of course. I know your handle, so it's all good. Thank you though. All right, so you got it at 10:10. Pretty much on this candle right here, once it triggered up. You got in at 1.88, and then they went to about 3.20. And as soon as you went to sell, it started dropping. And then you became unhappy because it dropped, and you didn't sell, which I'd imagine did you was that trade a loser or a winner? Did you take it off for something, or did it go negative on you? One was negative. One thing I would say, remember, if we're going to trade the strat, we need to trade the strat, not what we want, right? So if you entered in here, my stop loss would have probably been like under the trigger candle because this stop is too wide for me. So I'll probably have it under there. My first target will be the completed TTO right here. That's what? About $0.50. It's all right. On a 0 DTE, that might be like 20 to 50%. And then it went to 104. I think we're at all-time highs. I gotta double check. I haven't traded Amazon in a while. But yeah, in this case, as we've mentioned before, we never let a winning position go red, right? If we're trading a TTO, we need to follow the steps of a TTO, right? We're always going to be targeting that high or the low to break. In this case, the high, right? And then we can, take more contracts off as it goes more in our favor, or get out of it if it comes back to entry. So in this case, I would have taken some off once it broke this high and it made a new high of day. So basically about 15 minutes later. And then I would have set my stop loss to break even for the rest of the contract. So once it came back down, it would have just gotten me out at break even. So always remember, just a good practice to practice trading mindfully and taking note of what you're feeling, what you're thinking, and always bring it back to, what am I feeling? Why am I feeling this way? Why am I about to do what I'm about to do? And is what I'm about to do in accordance to the trading plan, or is it not in accordance to the trading plan? If it is not accordance with the trading plan, I got to take a step back and see what's going on and relax and, like, calm myself down. Because once we stop following the trading plan, and like you mentioned, you became unhappy because it started coming back down after it hit a target that you had, and then you didn't want to sell because of that. Once we start putting our own will or what we want out of the market, we start getting into trouble. Because, and again, practicing gratefulness, right? Those contracts went 188 to 320. That's about $140 gain. If it did come back against you, even then, $70, $100, whatever it may have been, you made that in about 15-minute time frame, in about 30 minutes. I would gladly take $70 to $100 gain in less than an hour, right? And remember, it all adds up. So always remember, when we start to use language and getting emotional about a trade, and we start going against the trade or the plan that we set up, that's a huge red flag that has to be looked at. So I'll give you good pointers or good points for spotting the TTO. Not my preferred one, but still a TTO nonetheless. So great job there. Just poor performance by not taking profit and letting the trade go against you. Just continue to work on that as we've gone over, little by little. And remember, the market doesn't care about what you feel. You follow the trade plan no matter what. Cool. Oh yeah, those zero DTEs are definitely, they'll definitely be crazy. The Tesla contract that I got, when I took it off for 80%, I literally checked like 20 seconds later, and they went from 80% up to about like 30% up. I was like, sheesh, whoever didn't take profit quickly, that would have hurt. So I definitely hear you on that when it comes to zero DTEs, especially after lunchtime, or even kind of just in general, depending what's going on. So always got to be super quick to take that green, especially for zeros. But again, great job. You spotted the TTO. Keep it up, man. Like, that's really all it is. Keep on taking the same setups and you'll do fantastic. So great job on that. Anybody have any other trades that you want to go over? Put it in the chat. I'll give it about 3 minutes, and if there's nothing, then we'll wrap up and enjoy our weekend. Also, reminder, I'm having a class on Thinkorswim tomorrow on how to set it up and use it for those who do use Thinkorswim or who want to use it. So definitely join up if you can. It'll be at 1 p.m. Eastern time. I'll post the Zoom links. I think I put it in most of the groups already, but I'll drop the Zoom link right before 1 p.m. Eastern time tomorrow. So take note of that if you want to join. It will be recorded and posted on the YouTube if you can't attend, but we'll have it tomorrow at 1 p.m. if you do want to join live, which I prefer because you guys can ask me questions on the spot and we can, go over features on the spot. Is it open to the public? I guess I can be a little generous with the class. I pretty much just had it for the people who are in the groups that I support, but since I am going to put it on YouTube for free, You're welcome to share the Zoom link with anybody outside of the groups that you're in, that I'm in. That way, it's going to be on YouTube for free anyway. So you can share it outside the groups and invite other people. That's all right. I think the capacity is 100. So if you do want to attend, make sure you are in there, because I don't pay for the big boy version of Zoom, just like the pro version, which only allows 100 people to participate. So if you do want to come in, be sure to be in there. And I'm dropping this link in like 6 different groups plus mine. So keep that in mind. All right. Any other trades? I'll wait about 2 minutes. If nothing comes up in 2 minutes, we will wrap up and enjoy our weekend. Hey, of course, Derek. So any other trades you want me to go over, put it in the chat. Can you post that Zoom call in the Divine Discord? Yeah, Eddie. So in Divine, it should be in there. If you go to uh, where is it? Daily reminders. The How to Stop Think or Swim. The Zoom link is right here that you can click directly from the event to join up. I'll also drop the link again right before the class in case people don't have that channel, if they have the channel hidden. Of course. I'll look forward to seeing you there. I'm probably going to change the title of these classes. I'll probably have like community trade recap as opposed to like just trade recap. I think that sounds better. All right. If there aren't any other trades, just wrapping up, remember, guys, journal all your trades. If you haven't already, let me actually post a link in the chat so whoever's in here and the people who watch the recording can see this. Let's go to, so if you go to my YouTube channel, go to playlists and then go to the psychology of trading and building your trading system. Look at the full playlist and the journaling guide is right here. So if you are not good at journaling or you don't know what to journal, definitely highly recommend watching it. Journaling is going to be a key component of your success as a trader. It's like an invaluable skill. Highly recommend. To me, it'll be a non-negotiable. Like you must journal if you're going to succeed in this business. No ifs, ands, or buts. Other than that, I will talk to you guys later. Enjoy your weekend, and I will see you guys tomorrow for the Zoom class. Enjoy your Friday. I'll see you guys. Good night.